Hello guys, hopefully you're sitting in your groups already and you're ready to go. So I need you to just listen up for a couple of minutes. I'm going to give you a rundown on this purple sheet that you're going to get, one per group. You're going to write your names at the top. It looks like this. You're going to write your names at the top and then you're going to try to work your way through this checklist today. And remember, I had said yesterday that your goal is to accomplish as much on the checklist as possible, and you should be able to get a lot of it done today. Socializing while you're doing it is fine. Let's just remember what the end goal is. So each group is going to create a new Google site. So just one per group. So somebody needs to go to sites.google.com/new, and then in the bottom right hand corner there'll be a little plus sign, and you're going to click on that and create a new site. Then when you have your site, you're going to share it with the other people in your group so that everybody can hop onto it and edit it. So those are the first two steps. Then you're going to start to add pages and organize your site as a group. And the pages that you need to create are one page per topic. So groups of 4 should have 8 of those pages, and groups of 3 would have 6 of those pages. And then there's going to be one page for each person's sources. So one of the things we're going to do on the site is to create a works cited document. So what will eventually happen, so remember you're on your site, this is my sample one. If you go to pages, here's where bottom corner, let me move this, bottom corner you have the plus sign that you're going to add a page. So you'll click that plus sign down here and you'll add a new page. And remember, it's been a while, but when we add a page, if we want to drag it under something, we click on it, let me let it load for a second, we click on it, and we can then move it around. A line will move it in between something, and if it gets that rectangle around it, it's going to drop it underneath it so that you end up with these drop-down menus. So I don't want that one though, I'm just going to delete it. So what your site should start to look like, and my site, sample site, will be on Google Classroom for you today, but on the home page you're trying to create a table of contents. So you're going to list group member and then the 2 topics that person has. Group member, 2 topics. All I did here was insert a text box and type that. Then you're going to have pages for each person. So you can see that I've got just a couple samples here. You guys should have different pages for each person. And once that starts to get created, one of your individual tasks is going to be kind of to get your own pages set up. So 1 page per topic, and then also 1 page for each person's sources. So this would have your group of 3 or 4, your names here, and there would be a separate page for each of your sources. Individually then, and so you're still sitting together, but you have the site shared with one another so you all can be working. You want to get your page set up. So you want your page to have a title, have your name on it. This would be the time to play around with background colors or anything like that, to add in images that you know are going to go along with your topic, and then just to kind of set up where you'll write your paragraphs. You don't have to write your paragraphs today. That's not your job. We're going to get to that next week. But here's my example again. So my title, and then the author would be me. And then here's how I started setting mine up. When I start writing mine, I want to write a paragraph about the Union strategy, a paragraph about the Confederate strategy, and a paragraph about the Battle of Gettysburg. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to probably insert some images. Probably just do some Google searches and find some images that would work for my site and my topics on my page. Okay, the last thing is this works cited page, and what you're going to do individually is to start a new Google document. Okay, so I'm just going to go to Google Docs. When you do this, everybody's going to have to add on something that's called an add-on. And I'm going to show you how to do that once I get a blank deck up. So I'm going to put this video on Google Classroom in case you need to rewatch this part, but I'm going to name this my name and the word works cited. Okay? So then you're going to go to add-ons, and you're going to, you do not yet have something that's called the EasyBib Bibliography Creator. So you're going to go to Get Add-ons. And so you'll get this thing here. Some of you might have this orange EasyBib thing that pops up right away. Others of you might need to search it. So I'm just going to type it into the search bar. This is what we want, and yours should say like add or launch or something. I think it's a blue little button. I need you to do that. So when you do that, then when you go to add-ons, you'll get this thing that drops down, and it's called the EasyBib Bibliography Creator. So you're going to click on Manage Bibliography, and you get this little thing that pops up on the right-hand side. And this is where we're going to cite our sources, books, websites, or primary sources. So you're going to need the titles of your books, the links to your websites. And so the way that it works is there's a couple of options. If I'm doing a book, I'm going to click book right here. And the first thing I'm going to try is to type in the title. So a lot of you used that big 400-page Civil War visual history book. I'm going to just type in that title and search it. And this is kind of like doing a bunch of looking for me. There's a bunch that pop up. I'm just going to double check who the author is of mine. Mine is this one right here. This would be yours too, so you're going to hit select. When you hit select, then you're going to hit the red button that says add bibliography to doc. And so your document's going to start, it's going to be called Works Cited, and as you add websites, it's going to start adding to the list. So then you're going to go find one of your websites, and you're going to click up here, website, and you're going to paste that website URL in here and search. Sometimes it might not find what you're looking for. Sometimes you might have to type the author of the book, or sometimes it gives you the option to manually type some stuff in. But this is kind of a project that I'm going to have you start. Now, I will be back, obviously, to help you before this is due, but this is also something I'm grading this time. So we're going to make sure that we all get our sources in here and that we cite them. So everybody needs to create a works cited document. And then what you'll do is you will change the sharing settings on this so that anyone with the link can view this document. And what you're going to do on your site, once you have your source page, so let's say my name is Tim. Once I have my source page, I'm actually just going to add this in as a document. There's certain formatting that goes along with a citations page, so I'm just going to add it in here. I changed the sharing settings already, so I know that when anyone else looks at it, they'll be able to see it. So if I preview what this looks like, now Tim's sources, and you can see here that my doc will be posted. And my document will update as I add my sources. So that's another thing that's on the individual list for today, is for people to create a works cited document, change the sharing settings, and get it onto your site. If you have time left over, certainly you can do some research with that remaining time. Remember that on Monday we will be, my first class, we're probably going to be forward testing since we couldn't do it yesterday, but for the rest of us, we're going to be working on our research, and it's going to be due kind of by the end of that hour. Hopefully you'll be finished with it and can grade it alongside me during that time. Just a couple of other reminders today, hoping that you're respectful, you're responsible, you take care of your business, you put your chairs back. I know some of you are going to have to move your chairs to be with your groups today. Please put your chairs back. Please clean up the room. Don't leave it a huge mess. Please put away chargers, all that kind of stuff, since I'm not going to be here to clean that up, so that when I come back on Monday, it's not a total disaster. That is it. So, checklists, groups, get going, and you're going to turn in your checklist at the end of the hour. So check off everything that you accomplish, and you're going to turn it in at the end of the hour to the guest teacher. Thanks for being great. I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.